What's up, Duke fans? Amile Jefferson here with a very special 50th Brotherhood podcast. Today I'll be filling in for the great Caleb Foster. I'm going to do you proud today. And today we have a very special guest for this 50th episode, NBA champion, five-time NBA All-Star, first-team All-NBA 3 times, two-time Olympic gold medalist, Jayson Tatum. So Jayson, jump right into it. Just a little bit about your career, from our seasons playing together at Duke to now. Just talk a little bit about your growth as a player. When did you realize that you had this kind of greatness in you? Did you always know it from a young age, or like when did you start seeing like the potential that you could have?
I think there was different stages in my career. When you get to college, that was my first time playing with other great players. And I think that was an adjustment, learning to coexist with other really talented guys and guys that are older than you, guys that have been there before. So that was a great test. And being in that environment and finding your role and still being able to contribute, be a team player, but also stand out in a way. And then it's no different when you get to the NBA, just on a larger scale. And it takes time. I was fortunate to go to a really special franchise. I was really on a really good team. Started every game of my career. And I think just through experience and through having those reps, I knew it was a matter of time of that not only that I belonged in the league, that I felt in no time I would be one of the best players, just through learning, through getting the reps in of games, playoffs, and putting in the work.
For sure. And with that work comes a newfound like leadership. And from when I first met you, 18-year-old kid from St. Louis, freshman, I felt like I was the leader at first. And now watching you grow, how has leadership as a term and as a theme evolved for you and your career, and how you look at it and how you've grown into being a leader?
I think the one thing about being a leader is you steal from guys that you were around. So like you said, when I was 18, I got to the team. You were the leader of the team, you and Matt Jones. And the way that you guys led us, and through your actions and through the things that you guys said. And then I get to the league and I got Al Horford, I got Gordon Hayward, I got Marcus Morris and Kyrie. Those were like my vets when I first got to the league. And it's just little things that you can steal from everybody, still while being your natural self, doing things that are organic to you. I say it all the time, I'm not the loudest guy in the room. I often lead by example. I want my teammates to see that he's in the gym every day. He's always the last person to leave. He's putting in the work. So when the time comes that it's time for me to speak up, they respect me because they see the things I do off the court to prepare for these moments.
For sure. Throughout your career, you've had amazing teammates on the court, and then you've had amazing people off the court who have been in your corner, who have helped you. Just talk about, maybe one or two mentors that you've had during your career and how they've helped you along the way.
What I will say is I've been very blessed and fortunate to the coaches that I've had.
Yeah.
Right, I played for Coach K, one of the best leaders of all time, and somebody that I'm still extremely close with. Obviously, John recruited me, and how close we are, and even Jeff Capel, right? Those three guys in particular when I was 18 years old, who all had their own different styles of coaching and teaching, but pushed me in a way that I needed at that time to, try to get to the level I wanted to get to. And, I get to the league, I got Brad Stevens, and then I had Ime, and then I had, now I got Joe. So, I've been very fortunate to have been surrounded by great people as coaches, and the things that they've taught me in their own way that have helped shaped, who I am.
For sure. And then next, just talk about, everyone sees all the highlights and all the greatness that has come with you here, you at Duke, you with Boston. Just speak to a little bit about maybe some of the tough times you had, or a failure that has turned into a positive, or you know, everyone sees all the greatness, but talk about the hard work and how everything is not always as easy or as perfect as it seems.
Yeah, it's a term that we use now with the team. Like Joe always says, it's never going to go how you expect it to go.
For sure.
And you should find joy in that. And it's tougher when you're younger. Like, remember when I was at Duke, I got hurt in our second pro day and I missed our first 12 games. And I felt like the world was ending, that the rest of the guys, the freshmen around the country, were going to pass me up. And, I was behind the eight ball. And it was a rocky start, especially when I came back from injury. And it took a while for myself and the team to kind of gain our rhythm. But I just remember it was some of those days when I'm watching other guys play and thinking like, man, I might have missed my opportunity to get drafted. And it's just like, it's a process. Everything happens for a reason. And another one was like losing in the finals.
Yeah.
That was the toughest part of my basketball career so far. And then I realized once we won this past year that it made me appreciate it so much more because I knew what it felt like to be at the top and fail.
Yep.
So then 2 years later when we get over that hump, it just meant that much more.
You can appreciate it, for sure, no doubt. And then can you talk about just like your mindset and your routine? You have Nick, you have Ross. Just talk about how you stay locked in with your craft, and how you kind of block out everything else and just hone in on what you have to do every day to make you and the team be great.
I think confidence comes from how you prepare and
sure.
the work that you put in. When you're younger, you don't know what you don't know. And, you can show up and just tie your shoes and go out on the court. And I think the idea of being a true professional is having a plan every single day, whether it's game day, off day, travel day, or practice day. I always know what I'm attacking and what I'm going to accomplish that day. And being steady with that, regardless of if you've scored 40 straight in the last 5 games or if in a slump, your routine, should never waver based off if you're playing great or playing bad. You have to stay consistent. And then in those pressure moments, your confidence is through the roof because you know all the things that you've done to get to this moment. And you should feel confident in knowing that.
For sure. Just a little pivot. Let's talk about championship mindset for you with the Celtics, but also for this Duke team. Really good team. They're chasing the championship. You've won a championship. It's now in the past. You're now chasing another one again. So just speak on what separates a really good team from a championship team and how hard it is to really reach that pinnacle.
It's the toughest thing that you do as a basketball player, as a competitor, is winning the championship. It is. That's why it's only so many people have ever done it. What I would say to the guys on the team, everybody throws out the word sacrifice and things like that, and that's a real thing. Like you have to sacrifice, you have to buy in. And what I would challenge those guys is, it's easy when you're young to like, oh, I got so many years to do this, or so many years in college or after college or whatever. I think what we did a really good job on last season was trying to be a little bit better every single day. And we didn't look forward to April, May, and June. If it was January 17th, that's all that mattered, and that's all that we focused on. And over the course of the season, it made us that much better. And you just got to be mentally tough. Like we say all the time, it's never going to go how you expect it to go. We play in Indiana, right, in conference finals, and we go in overtime first game. Second game we win. Third game we on the road. We down 19 points in the third. We up 3-0, and we down 11 with 2 minutes to go in game 4. And we just made winning plays over and over and over again. And it just really took a tough group that was really well put together.
No questions. You watched this Duke team a little bit this year. What are some of your initial thoughts? I know it's early, a team's still growing, but they're playing really good basketball right now. What are some things that stood out to you about this year's Duke team?
I think I really enjoy how fearless they are.
Yeah.
really trying to block out all the noise of they're young, we got all these freshmen.
Yeah.
The game is a game. It's one basketball, it's two hoops, three refs, it's 10 people out there. When you get to the NBA, you're going to be 18, it's going to be guys that's 37 years old. Like, age doesn't matter. And the earlier that you understand that and don't use that as a crutch, the better off they'll be. But I really enjoy watching them. They're well coached. No, they really are. They're well coached. And they just got some guys that really compete on both ends. And I think they take pride in that. They put their uniform on. They know the guys that came before them and the history that's behind, Duke basketball, and what a privilege it is to put that uniform on. And it really is a joy to watch them, even if they play at 10:30 at night.
In 16, 17, you pretty much walked in the same shoes that Cooper's walking in now. A talented team, a mix of, upperclassmen, really talented young guys. What's some advice that you would give to him as he, finishes out the season and hopefully goes on, do amazing things in his own career, and then to the Duke team overall, having walked in those shoes prior?
One thing I would say to him is I've been in that position where it's like you're so close to, reaching your ultimate dream, which is to play in the NBA, right? You feel like I'm only 10 months away. Like I can smell it. The NBA is not going nowhere, right? It's going to be there. He's going to get drafted. He's going to do amazing things. Once you leave college, you leave. Like those moments you won't ever get back. Playing in Cameron Indoor Stadium, going to Chapel Hill, going on the road with your teammates and playing in Miami or whatever it is. Those moments are priceless. And, as soon as I left Duke, like I really missed it. Like, I would go back in the summertime. I still do when I can. So as much as I would just tell them to enjoy the moment, stay present, because it does go by fast.
Right.
And, you'll never be able to get that time back.
And then can you talk about your relationship with Coach Scheyer? How'd you guys first meet, and how have you guys become close friends? Like, and then what traits in him make him such a successful coach?
Yeah, I joke with Jon all the time that he tells me that he really shaped the player that I am today, and I tell him that his biggest claim is that he recruited me and he became the head coach at Duke. So we helped each other. But I met Jon when I think he came to watch me play in Milwaukee when I was like 15 or 16. And he recruited me throughout high school. And, we were super close when I was at Duke. And still to this day, like we all in a group message. We talk to Jon, if not every day, every other day. And I could always see it when I was there. He was young. He was driven. He was motivated. And that's what you want to see in somebody that is going to be a head coach one day. Like obviously he played the game, so he has a feel for it. And just at the time, you could tell he was really eager to help the guys get better, right? He just wanted the best for everybody that was on the team. And I could trust him, right? That's a really big, important thing when you go into college, like playing for somebody that you feel like, has your best interest, wants to push you to get better, wants what's best for the team, and you can trust them. And I think Jon has all of those qualities.
And then real quick, we love Jon Scheyer. But when we get on the court, he turns into Jon Scheyer. And then he was on this podcast before.
He was.
And he was talking about how he beat us in a one-on-one. I just want you to talk about that a little bit.
It's you feel like your parents did a good job of raising you, right? Like you were a respectable person.
Love them.
I feel like mine as well. So when you go into somebody else's house or place of business, you want to show them some respect. You don't want to embarrass them. You want everybody to still respect them after you leave. And I think that's what we did. We did a good job of going to show love. But, his players was there. We didn't want to embarrass him in front of the guys. I had banged my knee the day before, and he hit 3 lucky shots. And he's been ducking smoke ever since.
Yeah, I just wanted to be known. I kick Jon ass every day. I don't know if I could say that on the podcast, but every single day, Coach Scheyer, Jon Scheyer, John James Scheyer. I kicked his ass every
Jon
day.
Scheyer.
I just wanted to be known out there, put on tape every single day. So going back to Duke, just talk about, the lights are just brighter at Duke. The stage is always big. Every game is a big game. You playing 25 plus games on national TV. Just talk about the bright lights at Duke and how that prepared you for the next level and things like that.
Yeah, I think that was a big reason in why Duke is such a special place, right? It is, for a lot of guys, it's a segue to get to the next level. And what better way than to play for, the biggest college program in basketball that there is, right? You said 25 plus national TV games. That's more than half the NBA teams. So you want to have that spotlight, that pressure, um, the media narrative, right? Every time I turn on ESPN, throughout the week, Duke is always playing. We play in all the rivalry games, big shootouts. So once I got to Boston and the Celtics, it just felt like I've been here before, and a lot of guys don't get to have that opportunity. So I was very fortunate for that.
And then can you speak on, you won a NBA championship last year, some of the things you learned throughout the course of that journey, and then just talk about the team aspect of it, how it was, how it felt playing for something bigger than yourself. Speak on that.
Yeah, going through that journey, it was so much fun.
Yeah.
Playing that brand of basketball of like, man, we all on the same page. We've all accomplished, our individual goals. We've all gotten our contracts or whatever. We're taking care of our family. Can we all come together for one common goal and understand that it might look different on certain nights, and being okay with that, especially when the playoffs came. Like, you think about that round one, D. White had 38 points in game 3 or 4 in Miami. Like, it was his night. So what can myself and JB do to help contribute in other ways, knowing that it maybe not our night offensively?
Sure.
And win and take care of everything. Like, when we were standing on that podium holding the trophy up, like, it was the best feeling in the world. And when we had the parade a week later, I said all the time, like, that's motivation enough to want to do it again.
It's big time. So you have a shoe deal with Jordan Brand. Duke has 3 Jordan athletes. Just talk about that experience, having your own shoe. Did you ever think that would be possible? And I know that, you guys went to China this year. Just talk about having 3 Duke guys with Jordan and how Jordan has been a part of your career.
Yeah. I mean, like any other kid, growing up, dreaming and fantasizing about like having my own shoe one day. But it's a totally different experience when I finally found out that I was getting my own shoe, going through the process. It takes 18 months for a shoe to drop. So, seeing all the hard work and the steps behind the scenes, and, the team that is put in place to help create the shoe, help design the shoe, put the colorways, help market the shoe, is so much that goes into place. Really gave me a deeper appreciation for the process. And like you said, we went to China this summer, and being there with Zion and Paolo, that was cool. Special moment for all of us, seeing how global the game is and how far our status or whatever can reach, and how the fans all over the world really appreciate and admire what we do. And it was cool to go over there and be with them and feel that love and share those moments together. We got all the pictures and videos, so something that we'll always remember. And it's like the irony that we all went to Duke, we all got a shoe deal with Jordan Brand, so that's pretty cool.
For sure. Tell me a little bit about Jayson Tatum off the court. We know you dedicate so much time to your craft, to basketball. What are some of the hobbies or some of the things you do to unwind in season or out of season?
I'm a chill guy. People always see me with Deuce. That's what we do. Like, he started playing basketball now, so I'm the parent that's going to basketball practices and games and waking up at 6:30 in the morning, getting them ready for school. Summertime, like to play golf.
Yep.
Kicked your ass in pickleball a few times. But, I'm chill. We go out to eat. We watch games. We big into football now.
Yep.
So we just do regular chill things.
And then lastly, you get an off day with Deuce. What's that day look like? Like, what are your fave go-to spots with him? What are you guys doing?
Off day. I mean, he gonna boss me around. So he usually either want to go to practice or he want to come to the facility so we can get some buckets. He'll want to go stop at Chick-fil-A. We'll go do that. Then depending on the weather, if we're gonna play outside, if not, we're gonna go home and play 2K or play on this Pop-A-Shot. He's into building Legos now, so we build Lego spaceships or Lego submarines. And if he doesn't have school the next day, he'll try to convince me to stay up and watch a movie and eat popcorn and cookies until he pass out.
All right, JT, we're going to finish up. I'm just going to hit you with some rapid-fire questions. First answer to come to your mind. Favorite pro team outside of basketball?
St. Louis Cardinals.
Okay. Favorite pro athlete to watch that's not a basketball player?
Currently,
All time.
Peyton Manning.
Ooh. Favorite sport to play other than basketball?
Football.
What's the lowest round of golf you ever had?
83.
What's the highest round of golf you ever had?
Next question.
Favorite sport to watch other than hoop?
Football.
Favorite meal?
Tacos.
Favorite music and favorite artist? Favorite type of music, favorite artist?
Hip hop, Jay-Z.
Okay. Best concert you ever been to?
Drake and Future concert, 2016 in Greensboro, right before O Week, or during O Week.
Favorite song you're listening to right now?
The song with Lil Baby and Rod Wave.
Okay. Favorite place to vacation?
Favorite place to vacation, Cayman Islands.
Favorite St. Louis restaurant?
Emo's Pizza, the best pizza in the world. Shout out to Emo's.
Give me one. I'm sure you got many, but your favorite movie all time?
Favorite movie of all time, Life, Martin Lawrence, Eddie Murphy. Classic.
Favorite pair of Jordan retros?
Favorite pair of Jordan retros, low top Jordan 1s.
Ooh. All-time Duke starting five?
Oh my God. Based on what they did in college or like just
Not
anybody?
including yourself. Rest of the list you can have.
Why can't I put myself in?
Nah, you can't put yourself. It's my show. Maybe if Caleb was here, he'd let you put yourself.
So just what they did in college or?
You make your criteria.
Kyrie.
Okay.
Jay Williams.
Okay.
Even though Jay ain't let me wear number 22 when I was in college, he out of pocket.
We'll get back to him on that.
Grant Hill. No. Grant Hill. Jabari Parker. That's the reason. One of the reasons I went to Duke, because of Jabari.
Amazing freshman year.
Amile Jefferson, number 5.
That's why that's my guy. And top 3 basketball gyms you've ever played in?
Cameron Indoor Stadium, Madison Square Garden,
Okay.
and last but very, very not least, TD Garden.
That's a good list right there. There you have it. Amile Jefferson filling in for the great Caleb Foster, here with Jayson Tatum. I ain't did this in a long time, but Bull City, we out.